Hello and welcome along to another weekend of racing with us here at Lotus. Now today brings you an action-packed day of 3 races. We've got 2 Lotus Elise Trophy and 1 60-minute endurance race with the Lotus Cup UK. Of course, the weather's not on our side as always, but it's time to go and have a look at what's going on in those garages. Now qualifying's just finished for the Lotus Elise Trophy, so it's time to catch up with a couple of the drivers and find out how it is out there, because it's obviously very, very wet, so proving quite difficult. Now Maz, qualifying in 21st, obviously quite slippy. What's it like out there?
It's good at the front, but the rear of the track is very slippery. Coming into the chicane, I saw a lot of cars just going straight through. I had a little moment as well coming up the hill before the straight on my fastest lap, unfortunately, so I lost out a little bit there. I had a 360, so... But okay, I'm happy enough. I took it very easy, tried to keep it on the black.
Now it's a very narrow circuit, lots of quite quick corners as well. Oulton Park, definitely an exciting place to be.
Absolutely, I'm always looking forward to be back here. So just hoping that it'll clear up in the weather in the afternoon.
Let's hope so. I think that might be wishful thinking, but we'll let you get on, ready for the race.
Thanks very much.
Now one of the few people that managed to get through qualifying unscathed, Neil. Now how was it out there?
Wet, I think is fair to say. It wasn't raining, but it was very slippery.
Obviously very, very slippery, which is proving difficult. Moving into race 1, are you going to keep just a steady pace rather than end up with a spin-off?
Well, I was banking on it being dry, and I was hoping to make some places up to get a good position for race 2. So I think my plan's a bit foiled at the moment, but yeah, we'll keep it steady, keep it on the circuit. I think the final race will be dry. So
qualified in 16th position. It's obviously not exactly where you wanted to be, so some work still to do.
Yes, but some of the best racing's that far back, and that's my excuse, so we'll give it a good go.
That was the whole reason you did it, wasn't it?
It was all planned, honest, all planned.
Fantastic, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, thanks.
Brilliant. Thank you. Now somebody that's enjoying a particularly successful start to the season is of course Luigi. Now Luigi, it's all going well apart from the rain.
Yeah, it's all going well. Really enjoyable today. I like the circuit, I like the rain. I had a few problems with the car, but the boys have sorted that from Essex Autosport, so all going well, and looking forward to the first race.
Certainly all looking good now. You're about the first person that said that they're enjoying the rain.
Yeah, no, I think there's a few others as well. They're lying though. But yeah, no, it's really good. So I hopefully have a good result in the first race and second.
Well, we'll certainly see. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
As the cars begin to line up behind me for race 1 here at Oulton Park of the Elise Trophy, Daniel Rowbottom takes up the 3rd spot, of course carrying those extra 45 kilograms, which perhaps has slowed him down just a little bit. Now Luigi Mazza back on form, back in 2nd position, and of course the championship leaderboard 2nd place as well. Now James Little has opened the day in pole position and a little bit further down on that championship leaderboard, but perhaps today is the day for him to climb the way back up. So it's for me to hand you over to James to take you around the rest of the race.
On row 14 of the grid then, Ryan Savage lines up after an issue in qualifying for the Oulton Park round of Elise Trophy. On row 13, it's car 14 of Jackie Perkins and Clive Wills. On row 12 is Mike Perkins and Paul Petterson. Row 11 is made up of Mads Petterson and Peter Mansfield. Row 10 sees Chris Cheetham, Stephen Morrison. Row 9 is Paul Baker and Neil Lisley. Row 8 is made up of David Alexander and Neil Stoddart. The 7th row of the grid, Steve Edwards and Chris Perkins. Row 6, Seth Walpole and David Steed. And leading to the front of the grid then as the lights go out to get the race underway. And a great start from Luigi Valentino Mazza to take the lead just ahead of James Little into the first corner. James Little's first time in the car in qualifying, and a great start from David Elsley down the inside as well, coming through from the 3rd row of the grid down in 5th position. Cars all safely making their way through Old Hall and on the way down the avenue. One of them is running a bit wide there on the exit. As the cars make their way down, it's Mazza leading ahead of James Little. Jason Baker, his first run out this weekend in the Cup R car. Just a little bit slow off the line, a little bit unfamiliar car for him then. As cars head down towards Island Bend, so it's Mazza from Little. Ellerslie putting a challenge on 3rd. Cars all stream their way through then, just fighting all the way through the field, and a good start from Ryan Savage, who's made progress. He's already managed to pick up a few places then as they head around this opening lap. But look at the lead that Mazza is. Mazza just stretching his lead now as the cars make their way around towards the chicane for the first time. Ellerslie had got that move complete then and up to 3rd place, followed by Craig Denham. Ryan Savage just gains another place then at the expense of Neil Lisley, and Paul Baker in the Carabrin car making good progress as well there. Cars head down to the chicane for the next chicane of the lap. Ellerslie closing all over the back then of James Little under braking. Craig Denham just slipping a little bit further back. Freddie Hetherington there getting involved as well. Moves are plenty all the way through the field in the Elise Trophy. One of the joys of the series. There's battles all the way through. Ryan Savage picking his way through now. He's now got ahead of Neil Leslie, and the next car in his sight is Neil Stoddart. Cars make their way up towards Water Tower and Druids. Slippiest part of the lap. No problem though for the race leaders as Luigi Valentino Mazza continues to lead from James Little, who is coming under increasing pressure from David Ellerslie. This is David Ellerslie's strongest run of the year so far. He looks left, he looks right, he can't find a way around. Goes that nice and wide, forces James Little to get defensive, gets the power on nice and early to try and get a run at him. Big slide from Ellerslie coming out of Lodge. That will have cost him a few percent, it would have put him in contention then down to Old Hall. As Mazza is streaking away, putting clear air between him and the other cars. That was a big ruin, that costly mistake then coming out of Lodge. It's just put him a bit further down the road. Jason McNulty going quite well then in the number 11 car as well. His strongest run of the season so far as well. Another car all over the grass, 2 cars all over the grass, bouncing the way back onto the track then. Does Ryan Savage a favour as he climbs another place then as he's pursuing the rest of the field after that disastrous start. Another car all over the grass, just about manages to gather on, keeps on the track. So Neil Leslie having a massive spin. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, and he's made the contact with Neil Stoddart. That's Neil Stoddart out of the race and Neil Livesey. Really unlucky for Neil Stoddart. A small mistake for Neil Livesey. And it's put them both out of the race. He won't be getting out of there. There's considerable damage to both cars. That may well bring out the safety car. And here it is, in fact. The safety car is out on circuit. Luigi Valentino Mazza's lead will be shrunk to nothing then. Neil Stoddart looking rightly annoyed with that. Got a bit of a limp on, may have banged his leg there when he got out of the car. Neil Livesey looking very disappointed with himself, made a mistake under braking, and unfortunately he's put an end to his race, as well as Neil Stoddart's. Oh, we got another car off. It's Ryan Savage. Ryan Savage has gone off as well. He's into the gravel at Island Bend. He'll be struggling to get back out of there. He's actually gone off under the safety car conditions. Ryan's made a mistake then under the safety car and gone off. So green flag are waving. Luigi Valentino Mazza continues to lead. David Ellerslie putting increased pressure on then on James Little, but he's coming under pressure himself. Oh, he's gone straight on for Ellerslie through the chicane. He should be able to rejoin and not lose too much. He can't make an advantage of it. The cars continue to weave their way through the field. Seth Walpole going very well there in the Track Club car. Another spinner in the background. We've got another spinner down at the chicane. So you have to wait for the other cars to feed his way through before he rejoins. It's one of the Brooks, and there's another spinner. He's been collected by another car. What a shame for that. That's a real shame there. 2 cars there, a little bit of damage. Shouldn't be too much damage. Should both be able to get going again. That was Peter Mansfield in the Rob Boston run car who made contact with one of the Brooks brothers in the other car. Real shame for the pair of them. Tries to get back on the track and spinning the wheels as they go. Closing stages race, and the checkered flag waits for the winner. Luigi Valentino Mazza wins race 1 from Oulton Park, but it's going to be a really close fight at the line. James Little takes second place just from David Ellerslie by the smallest of margins, by 0.003 of a second. By 0.003 of a second, David Ellerslie secures his first podium position in the Elise Trophy. Coming through in 5th place was Jason McNulty from Craig Denham and Freddie Hetherington.
So the overall results for race 1 are Luigi Mazza in 1st, James Little stepping up on the podium in 2nd place, David Ellerslie in 3rd, Jason Baker taking home a very close 4th, Jason McNulty in 5th, Craig Denman in 6th, Freddie Hetherington in 7th, Simon Oakley in 8th, and following up the pack in 9th is Seth Walpole.
James, congratulations, 2nd position. Unfortunately lost pole, but still you managed to keep off the rest of the field.
Yeah, very happy with 2nd, Kerry, thank you. Very good.
Now that's equaling your 2nd highest finish of the season, isn't it? So not a bad start anyway, even though it was 7 laps.
No, I know. Season 2, I'm really, really happy with the progress. Team putting together a great car and, yeah, enjoying it.
So talk me through the circuit, obviously drying out a little bit, which is what we all hoped for. Was it better out there?
It's still slippery. It's still really slippery, especially in some places. And you've got to defend from quick guys behind you, so wide eyes.
So on to race 2, reverse grid as well, so a little bit more battling to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Cup first, and then, trophy again, reverse grid with weight in the car as well, so that'll be a challenge.
Certainly will. I'll let you rest up. You've got a busy day.
Thanks, Kiri.
David, congratulations. Now this is the first podium of the season. You managed to finish in the top 6 every time, but not managed to make it onto the podium.
No, I'm really elated. You know, a fantastic race one here at Oulton Park. Very, very tricky conditions. You know, to keep it on the island was a big enough challenge, let alone to be challenging for a podium position. So, a fantastic result for us.
And it was almost a little battle at the end. You nearly lost your 3rd place, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes. So James was defending very, very hard and, very, very fairly. I managed to get a run on him up the hill over the top and decided to try a slightly different line. There just seemed to be a little bit of a grip differential between the two from what I was used to, and had to straight line the chicane, cut, kind of tuck back in where I left off and had a little bit of a battle right to the line.
Fantastic. Now only 7 laps out there, obviously race 2 and now a reverse grid, so a little bit more battling to be done.
Yeah, I think certainly the conditions, as they are in race 1, it's going to be spray's going to be a big thing. Consistency, keeping it on the island, is going to be a big thing as well, and just trying to navigate your way through the traffic. So a really fantastic result for BCS Global and Race Car Consultants here today.
Certainly is. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.